You didn't think this day would come, but it finally has. Welcome to the first episode of Getting Loaded. Hey guys, welcome to Getting Loaded, the show where I go over my loadout for local games, pickup games, or big events. This is going to be my Copperhead Loadout video. So you guys have been asking for this. I'm going to do this as a kickoff going forward to all of my big events that are coming up. So keep an eye out for these first, and then the gameplay to follow the next week. So enough about that. Let's jump right on into the gear. All right, to start off, we're gonna start with the helmet, and this is the Team Windy LTP. I actually have a cover for it. They don't make them in green, but I spray painted this green, actually using green Krylon. It turned out pretty good. On the front, I do have my GoPro mount inverted, as well as a wire that runs to the back for a battery bag that's in this EOG counterweight pouch, which also doubles when I wear my night vision. I take the battery out and I put the counterweights in to balance everything out. Also got some call sign stuff, and of course, the patch. I'm fighting for the COS team cost for this game. That's pretty much my helmet. Oh, and the Princeton Tech light. I forgot about that. So when things do get a little dark, I'm not running night vision or kind of toward dusk, I can kick this little sucker on. I have to say, the Team Windy LTP is a pretty darn comfortable helmet, and I do have a imitation little mana strobe up here that flashes in red, so when I'm dead at night, I can turn this thing on and designate that I'm out. All right, now moving on to the plate carrier. What I have here is a London Bridge Trading or LBT 6094 Bravo. It's the large size. I do like a little bit larger plate carrier. I like the large plates. Gives me a little more coverage here on the sides. I tend to get shot kind of on these areas a lot. In the front, I do have some Cry, the new Cry pouches. These are part of their modular pouch suite. So these are actually the M4 MBITR ones. I have 6 M4 mags in here. I've got 2 inside my cummerbund wings here on the side, and then here on the side as well, I've got an S-Tac Kiwi pouch with one more. It's got a Kydex insert. On the outside of that, I have a Whiskey Tango Foxtrot double smoke grenade holder for my Enola Gay smokes, and then my Baofeng radio in a custom-made pouch that a buddy of mine made. And of course, up here, the most important thing for me is comms, and I have a Code Red headset Signal 21 push to talk. Now, the reason I'm running this at these games versus like a headset is because I want to have the audio picked up on the GoPro, and to have that and have a headset, you guys aren't going to be able to hear both sides of the conversation, which makes it really big challenge when I'm trying to convey what's going on in the battlefield. On top of that, I'm kind of taking on a little bit of a leadership role, kind of in the QRF. So to have this, it allows everybody around me to hear the commands, because a lot of people don't actually bring radios, or they may not have them programmed correctly. And to have this allows the other squad members around me to listen in as well. Moving across the front over here, underneath my right arm, I have my Pyramex goggles, full seal, and they are double pane. Love these things. They're actually really good. You can get them really affordably. And my go-to favorite, Iron Sight gloves by Outdoor Research. I've had these things forever. I absolutely love these gloves. They're one of my favorite personally owned pieces of kit, hanging off my TYR GP pouch here on the side. Now this has all like my tools, Allen keys, all that kind of stuff, snacks like power bar, things like that, some energy gels in here, just everything I need, kind of the basics on the field while I'm out there, as well as be able to shove in a few extra speed loaders so when I go back to respawn, I can level everything back up to full. And moving to the back of the plate carrier, what I have here is a Faro Concepts Assaulter's back panel. Inside, I have a big space where I'm actually put my tank for my Polar Star. It'll go inside. Also on the outside, you'll see I have 3 pouches up top. 2 of them I have M4 mags in there, extras for the team to grab a hold of. Or if I run low, I can ask a teammate to toss me one. And then the third one, I've got a large Enola Gay smoke, one of the EG-18s. So if we're pushing up, someone can get behind me, lob that sucker up, and we can move forward. At the bottom, I do have another big pouch back there. And there I'll have a little bit larger things like maybe an MRE or some food to last me for like a lunch break, maybe a bottle of water, or a couple extra bottles of BBs to use for my speed loader once we get back into respawn. And finishing out the plate here, I did change the shoulder pads from the stock ones to the First Spear ones. I really like these things. They're actually a lot more comfortable than just about any other stock shoulder pad out there. There's kind of a personal preference. And last but not least, my Elite Force Kill Rag here. I love it. I can actually pull it. I can Velcro it up here to the shoulder and actually designate that I'm dead here to the front as I'm moving back to respawn. Moving down to the base layer, I'm running an LBT Assaulter's uniform. Now this one's in Ranger Green. I'm playing for the cost side, which we're green designated, and I really like these things. Are so comfortable, especially the green one. For whatever material they use, the other ones are comfy. This one's like wearing a pair of combat pajamas, and of course, you got plenty of Velcro on the sides to put all your favorite patches and whatnot on there. Also, if you guys are wondering what the heck this thing is on my arm here, this is a Commander's arm board. It's made by Pantac, and you can Velcro it open, and the way this thing works, it folds out and gives you a bunch of maps, so I can keep radio guides for different comms if I got to talk up to command. I can keep a map of the AO. I can have a larger map, and inside of here I actually have internal maps that I printed off before the event, so I could go like know the structures of certain kill house areas and things like that, which really helps to know that if you clear into a room, you know there's a door to the right before you even breach in, and doing your homework is important before these games. Moving down to the bottom, which you can kind of see here on my belt, I have a Cry Modular Riggers belt. I do have a dump pouch. This is a Tactical Tailor roll-up dump pouch, one of the lightweight ones, Fight Lights. I also have 2 Tactical Tailor pouches here on my hip for smoke grenades. Don't have anything in them right now, but I do sometimes put smoke grenades or a Thunder Bee in here, or sometimes a tornado grenade. That works out well. And then last but not least, I'll try to get up on camera for you guys here, my trusty Elite Force 1911 in a Blade Tech WRS Level 2 holster. And I've been using this holster for a couple years now. I think it's fantastic. It retains everything well. If you guys ever play American Milsim games like this one is, you know if you ever get in those direct action missions, the opponents will actually try to pull the pistol out of your holster. And this actually has good retention, so it makes it really difficult for that to happen. And of course, no loadout video wouldn't be without this baby, my trusty primary. So what I have here is an Elite Force 4CRL. And I've added a Centurion Arms rail by PTS here on the front. I've got a new PTS suppressor on the end. I did put a longer inner barrel in. I have a Prometheus inner barrel in here. I've got a PEC box here with the laser in it, a red laser. I've got flip-up sights front and rear for backups in case the battery dies, but I still haven't had it die, on my True Glow optic. And around the front, I do have an HFG foregrip here to balance everything out, and a VTAC padded sling. I'm really moving over to these 2-point slings from the 1-points. I used to run a lot like the Magpul MS2s and MS3s, but I find that the really longer events, having a padded sling like this makes all the difference, because there is a lot of downtime when you play Milsim. Well guys, that's it for the inaugural episode of Getting Loaded. Let me know what you guys think. Did you like it? Did you want to see something changed? Let me know down there in the comment section below, and stay tuned, because coming up starting next week, I'm gonna have at least a 4-part series of the Copperhead gameplay using this loadout, the guns, the gear, everything you saw shot on the camera you just saw on my helmet earlier on. So guys, stay tuned. I'll actually have a link live in the description below as soon as that goes live. And guys, thanks again for joining me this first episode of Getting Loaded. And if you have any questions on this loadout, drop them down in the comment section below. I'll be more than happy to get them answered for you.